Hey beauties, good morning to you. Good morning everybody. Today is January 2, 2024, and I'm giving God thanks that He has saw it fit to give me another chance at life. He never had to, He chose to, which therefore tells me that my story has not yet ended. Perhaps what He really and truly has for me has not truly begun. I have not yet begun to just enact my purpose, my true purpose in life, or maybe it is, in its embryonic stage, its baby stage. And I just want to give God thanks so much for life, for health, for strength, for the ability to talk, that I have all my body parts intact, that I'm in my right mind, that He has blessed me with a job. He has blessed me with good people, maybe even though they're few, but He has still blessed me with good people in my life. Beautiful people. I was in church on Sunday morning, even Sunday night. That was the last day of 2023. And a lady, I've never seen her before. She seemed to be either a regular church visiting friend or a church member. I feel bad, but I mean, I'm not going to know everybody. And she said to me, me like when you come in, me like seeing my friend, me like, you one of them kind of down-to-earth older women. And, I felt so good. She said, me like see you, man, me like see when you come in. And I felt so good because, honestly, people, I've never seen her before. I have never seen her before. Maybe I've seen her and didn't realize it's her. I felt so good. She never had to say that to me, And you see what that kind word did to me? I felt so good when she said that to me. I never expected it. And I realized that blessings, they come in different forms. And one of the blessings that I know a number of people would want is to have people who genuinely like them for who they are. No, I don't know if I've ever interacted with her. I'm the kind of person, I mean, every other person that I pass, I wouldn't say hello, good. But if our eyes connect and you kind of look at me, I'll say hello, or good morning, good night, as the case may be, or good evening, good afternoon, hello, because we're humans. I don't need to know you for me to greet you. I'm a human. If animals can do that with each other, much more, and they call us the higher form of mammals. Come on. So I felt so good. So beautiful people, we can charter our course for 2024. Yes, it's going to come with challenges. That's a must. Murphy's Law will visit. Challenges will come. We have to accept that reality. That's a part of life because of sin. We won't escape that. Just as how you can't escape being from your body once you're alive. Your body is with you. You are your body, it is with you. So with that reality, we have to just find ways of channeling good energy, and that comes from Jesus Christ. And one of the things that I'm saying to me as much as I'm saying to you, let us do our best not to complain, because I was listening to Pastor Creflo. He said something: when you complain, you're rewiring your brain. So what happens is that your brain is being rewired into a complaint state. When some people rewire their homes, whatever the rewiring, the present rewiring is, it's going to go according to that rewire. So in other words, if you rewire your brain to complain, automatically as soon as a challenge comes, you move into a complaint stage. And that is a turn off. It is a turn off. I faced it. And when I find myself doing it with God, I said, oh my God, what am I doing, Lord? I face people complaining about things just back to back to back, and it irritates me, it upsets me, it angers me, it infuriates me within. And I'm saying, but I'm ended up doing the same thing. So I have to now move out these, unwire these wires of complaint and try and rewire it with gratitude, with thanks. Give God thanks for the things that you have. I know sometimes in life, many people put themselves in difficulties, especially financial difficulties, because they want people to say, oh, there goes this person who is wearing this brand, this high name thing, this and that and the other, and put themselves in expenses, put themselves above what they can manage because they want to suit and please people. And at the end of the day, you still end up not suiting and please people. They still complain that the thing doesn't look good, you don't smell good, all kinds of things. Live within your means, that's one. I used to hate that term because it always gave this sort of a menial, stingy thing about it. But I realize that living within your means is wherever your means is. You know, for example, Bill Gates, he lives within his means. He's a billionaire, yes, so he lives within that billionaire means. You know, so it doesn't mean that you live stingy and you know, because on two extremes are not good. I'm sorry to be moving all over the place, but this is more of an encouragement for us to become better human beings. We have to be intentional in anything. We have to be intentional. You don't go with your feelings. You may not feel to do it, but you do it. This past 2 weeks, you know, I got a bit of a cold, maybe a slight flu or whatnot, and I didn't feel to eat, but I know that if I just kind of forced it and ate, so that I can take whatever medication and vitamins, it would help with the healing process for me to feel much better, and I have, you know. So beautiful people, listen to me. We're going to rewire our brains, and we're going to do our best to not complete. It's not going to be easy, especially when you feel like things are unfair, and it seems as if your injustice is the order of the day. Even with that, say, God, it could have been worse, so I'm going to give you thanks. You say in all things, give thanks. It's not that you're saying, yay, I'm happy that injustice is ruling and reigning. No, I'm not saying that, but say, Lord, out of the injustice you will bring justice. And when you keep saying that, and God said, look at that, no matter how she's been battered and torn, she's still being grateful. I'm going to send the blessing in the real way, in the beautiful way that he or she wants. Look at that woman that went to Jesus for what was it again? I don't remember that story. I'm going to reread it. But whatever she wanted from him, he said, you know, basically saying that, you know, these belong to the dogs. So it would seem as if he's calling her a dog, but he really was not in the way that we think. You know, he's not disrespectful. He just was testing her to see her tenacity, her perseverance, her faith, her trust. And it's almost like she said, look here, whether I'm a dog, cat, rat, mouse, whatever you want to be saying, Jesus, I'm still coming to you. I know you are Lord. I know you can provide for me. I know that you can bless me. I know that I can find favor with you. So I'm still coming to you. I don't care what the situation is. And it's like Jesus had to step back and say, I love this woman's faith. I love this woman's tenacity. She did not complain. She could have done that. She could have said, but stop, Jesus, you know, easy. She could have done that, and she did not. You understand? It's almost like she somehow sensed the assignment. And she just went same, and she just didn't complain, and she just trusted him, and she persevered. Continued. So I want to encourage us, because sometimes I must admit I'm guilty of complaining, especially when I see injustices. You know, I will complain, and I said, you know what, it's not good. It rewires your brain. And have you ever noticed people who are bitter, who are resentful, who are unforgiving, who are filled with hate and guile? It starts to show on your face. I kid you not. One of the things that I want to maintain is a physical beauty and an inner beauty. Those two I need to maintain. I've often said, I said, Lord, there's a personality thing I like about me, because I want it to inspire people, not to show off on anybody. I want my beauty to remain, and I want, you know, looking good to remain, and smelling good, and being a good individual, ultimately, genuinely, humbly, respectfully, honorably, you know. But that has to come with not. I understand why God had to get rid of the old generation of the people who complained. Their brain was rewired, and they didn't want to unwire or, you know, pull it down and then rewire with new mentality, with a new mindset. So God had to get rid of them. They would have created more problems. Because when you complain, you will become bitter, and you don't want to get at a bitter stage. That's a terrible state to be. It's one of the most difficult things to pull out from you. It's one of the most difficult things to pull out from you. You understand me? So my beauties, listen. You know, we're going to rewire our thinking. We're going to be grateful. Give God thanks for everything. You know, good or bad, and say, Lord, I'm going to learn something out of this. That's what I try to do now. I try to say, you know, I can learn something from this, you know. And you do learn something from, no matter how difficult, some positive you can get from it, and say, oh, you know, say, because of this means that or whatnot. Look, I tell you, you sometimes you cannot believe it, that no matter how bad a situation is, you can actually see a positive in it. If it is even one, and a fundamental one at that. So we're going to rewire our thinking and be grateful, be thankful. So I give God thanks the second day of January 2024, and I wish blessings and favor upon you guys. Guys, follow me on TikTok, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Please share this message.